Yo, step to the joint, bro. You hear me? It's a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the hour, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, of honor to the Apostle, Elder, and Millstone, Shalom to the elect. To the men that died on the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and Shalom spiritual. To the men, women, and children that believe in the true name of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. When you come to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. Alright? Church of Philadelphia, once again on the highways and hedges, prophesying the downfall of Babylon and America. Alright, according to the Bible. Alright, we're in another location. Means I guess every year we bring out
Like a damn soul fest. With a lack of soul. No soul fest.
They all take nonsense music, man. Vexing.
Right.
Crazy megahertz. You might as well be in the club, man.
Right.
And it's always right before school, so they're trying to get you back into that field. It's school time. Time to learn. Well, a few years ago, I used to go out there. I caught it a couple times. I'm still on the other side. My brother told me, like, yo, that's not wise, man.
Yeah.
He's like, because people can't hear what you're saying.
Right.
It's like, it's just in the way. Every year, it still gets me vexed. I can't stand it.
There's spirits down there too. That's why I parked halfway away from that. The spirit there is just madness. Like you said, it's just vexing, man. Our people are just dumb, asleep, and just want to be happy here. There's nothing to be happy about.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Hey, that's probably why my spirit was stirred up when I, you know what I mean? Probably why. Nothing but demons over there.
It's like this lot right here that we stand in front of, man. This used to be a Rite Aid, so this was a place where people came when they were sick. Pharmacy, so to speak. When you go into the word pharmacy, and I believe it, if I'm not mistaken, and the Greek word is pharmakia, which means that I didn't put spells on it. Matter of fact, just to back it up. Because now, the reason why I'm going into this, it's all through the spirit, man.
Shalom, Magan. Hey, brother Magan on the scene.
That's all through the spirit, the reason why the Lord got us out here to see this. But you still got the two trees, which are evergreens, and I don't know what type of trees these are. And you got weeds all over the place because this garden is not being taken care of. This is going into where the grinding is going to cease, and it's going to be no man until the earth. Going into what's that? I Am Legend, man. It showed you a lot in that movie. You know? Let me grab this word real quick. Give me the etymology of the word pharmacy. So I know it goes in the pharmakia. Right? Pharmaca. Right, there we go. There we go. Alright, where we standing firm, because, yo, to be honest, we would be the real pharmacists. Because we're giving you the real medicine to live. We're not out here giving you bits and pieces and telling you come back and all of that so that you could keep us going. No, we're telling you the truth. Because we want our people to be healed. You know? That's why they got all that bullshit over there where we be at. We keep the people blind, and then, yo, they love sweets. It's like the people love sweets. Which goes with sugar. They love salt. And they love everything that goes into their body that's going to destroy you. Instead of the things that we're telling you that's not going to destroy you.
Hey, that's what the Bible calls them harbingers of death, because pharmacy, medicine, that's $1 trillion industry. I didn't say billion, $1 trillion industry. So they want you to get sick. They want you to be sick. That's their goal. Money, right? Yeah.
That's why them doctors that was, I don't want to say too much about that, but they had a cure for certain things.
Right, the herbalists, the naturals, right? Yeah. God.
You know? But this is the online etymology. You see it? It says pharmacy. It says a medicine that rids the body of an excess of humors, except blood. Also, treatment with medicine. Theory of treatment with medicine from Old French, pharmacia, a purgative. All right, so you gotta get those things out of your body, right?
How you get rid of these scoffers again? Hey, you forgot. Press this one.
Now put that shit on.
Move it.
If they talking, please.
Oh, he said can't get rid of me. He said, okay, you got it.
He must be a subscriber. That's what that
right.
Is. Subscriber.
Oh, okay.
There's brothers that could get rid of.
Now we hidden. How about that?
Yes,
Tough guy.
There's brothers that could get rid of his comments. But so like this is the real medicine, like the brother said. You got, well, besides America, you got a lot of other places that they got free health care, so they really want their people to be healed. Only here do they want you to be jacked up. And then it says a purgative. So what's purge mean? To get it out of your body. You know, like in the book of Matthew. I did a lesson the other day on, basically, if it's in the body, yeah, kind of, it's not good for the body, cut it off. You know, it has to be cut off. But it's a cancer. All right, that's why it says a purgative. If you're purging something, you're not keeping it inside of you. All right, it says 13th century. It says, and directly from medieval Latin, pharmacia, from Greek pharmakia, a healing or harmful medicine. A healing or harmful. What they tell you here? Oh, well, you take this for this situation. It'll give you, and then it'll give you a whole rundown of the list what it's gonna mess up.
The side effects, right?
Yeah,
They put it in small print.
That's right.
Deceitful, man. You're just a deceiver.
Yeah, this is inside of your body. But it says a healing or harmful medicine, a healing or poisonous herb, a drug, poisonous portion, magic, potion, dye, raw material for physical or chemical processing. You know, so that's what they're doing. They're putting spiritual.
Right.
Oh, check this out. Even going says, this is from Pharmakeus. Film Pharmakeus, a preparer of drugs, a poisoner, a sorcerer. From Pharmakeon, a drug, a poison, filter, charm, spell, enchantment. These writers that the original meaning cannot be clearly established, and the word is clearly pre-Greek. The 5px was restored 16th century in French, 17th century in English. All right, check it out. It says, what selected Indo-European synonyms notes that words for poison, apart from the inherited group, are in some case the same as those for drug. An indication to the Greek word for he has Latin venom, poison, early drug, medicine, medical potion. Source of Spanish venimo. Damn, and they got their money, venom, put your money. It says French venom, venom, English venom, in Old English it says LYVD, meaning the use or administration of drugs is from C 1400. That's BCE. The sense of art or practice of preparing, preserving, and compounding medicines and dispensing them according to prescriptions is from 1650. The 1650s. That of place where drugs are prepared and dispersed is recorded in 1833, late 14th century. You know, which is right here. Or going to this place. So everything that they give you, except for what we give you the real medicine, the real healing. Right? All right, but the Lord told you what? To go after the ones that's sick, the ones that need healing, the ones that need all that. So all they do, like, and that's why you got so many different doctors out there. You got a foot doctor, you got a hand doctor, you probably got a goddamn nail doctor, a brain surgeon, you know, a heart doctor, you know. You got vein doctors, and it's all the liver, kidney organs, all that, and it's all designed to attack your body. So they attack one thing, but they don't care about the other thing. The Lord is the ultimate healer, would attack the whole body. Yeah. That's why if you got a poison in the body, you gotta get rid of that shit.
Right, because it can easily get infected. Like, you have a specialist for each organism, you know what I mean? But they can't heal the spirit, you know, with the flesh, you know, because that's what biology, that's what they study on, you know what I mean? And they know, you saw these elites, they make money, like you said earlier, as $1 trillion company. So they know what to attack, and it'll cause multiple attacks. So you can, they force you to go to them for their prescriptions, you know, their little prescriptions or whatever, you know. But I got the wisdom of Solomon 10, but real quick to back you up. This is Job 13:4. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value."
I was about to call that.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Because we ultimately You know, we all get up. You know, we in this flesh. It's corrupt. It's full of sin. You know, chains of darkness, as the scriptures refer to as. You know, because we're in prison in our own shell, in our own body. So you get sick, you get ailments, you get this and that. You know, but the ultimate physician is the Lord. Hey, King Hezekiah, you know, he was on the verge of death, and he was a righteous king. You know, but he cried and prayed to the Lord. You know, the Lord blessed him with 15 more years of his life. You know, the doctors, the white coats, all they need is a wand. You know, but they'll tell you, oh, how many days you got left, or whatever. And they might not even know, you know?
There's only one that knows that. And like the brother was saying earlier, you know, if something gets infected, guess what? You may just have to get it amputated, right? You got guys got diabetes and other diseases like that. Their foot gets infected, they got one toe cut off. Then next month they got another toe cut off. Until, hey, eventually they may have to cut the whole foot and amputate it, right? So, hey, you got to cut that infection out.
Right, and then a lot of people get amputated with diabetes, high blood pressure, because of the foods that's being promoted.
Right.
It's all, you know, defiled.
Right.
You know,
eat that pork,
bread,
crab, shrimp, lobster, and most of the time it is because of that. Yeah, going against the dietary law. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Give me Genesis 1:29.
Okay.
Because the reason, that's crazy, guys. I wasn't even trying to honest with the spirit, but going into the MP, say military police, but the chimpanzee situation. And you know what the MP stand for? You got talking fools dealing with this right here, man. They're such that.
Right.
But all they did, they the ones that created those things going back to 2020. What happened there? So now this about to be the second lockdown. I know a woman, an Ephraimite woman, she had it's that Lyme disease, man. She was jacked up, getting all types of medications and things like that and all that. She was trying to endure that, man. So I remember one time I asked her, I said, yo, how's that host, man? She said, it's great now. I said, why you sit up? She said, ever since I turned back to the natural stuff. I said, yeah, that's what's up. That's why we're going to bring out this one, Genesis 1:29, man. Because, like the Lord from the beginning, that's what he gave us, man. You know? It wasn't, yo, you eat this vegetable. It's called mesoprolific. It's called, no, man. It's for the healing of your body. That's why people live longer, man. Now they dying off heavy. Why? Because it's the end. This is all prophecy, man. So you run into these pharmacies and all that, it's not going to save you. It ain't going to save you at all. Trusting in them, you know, these trusting in the society.
Oh, like the guy that just got tested for.
Oh shit.
I don't want to say the names, you know, but
he had three.
He had
Deadly Jones.
The C19, the new variant that's the
military
the MPOX, and then the HI to the to the V.
But that all goes back to that snake venom that he took.
Right.
I see that.
And the boosters.
Because
well,
that snake venom that he took. Because like me and the brother did a lesson a long time ago on the technology of the needle, where they get it from. It comes from a snake. It's a snake bite. So when you get hit with that, that's poison. They put poison inside, like a poisonous snake. And you look at the way that it's designed, the whole needle situation and all that. It's a snake's fang, right? tells you in what's that? I think it's about 10. Says never trust our enemy. I think it's 10 and 12. Never trust our enemy.
Of course, iron rusted, so there's wickedness.
Right. So that's what they did. Yo, if you read throughout the scriptures, it don't never tell you, yo, go down there and get bang, 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 bang. It never tells you.
Right.
Yo, read that. This is the scriptures tell you.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter
That's
1.
They try to jack these up too.
Right. Right. Putting all types of pesticides and the other sides and just right. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 29. And the power said, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed.
Right. Every herb-bearing seed. He ain't say go to Rite Aid. Even though it's mentions America in the Bible, it ain't mentioned no Rite Aid.
Right.
So we're dealing with plagues that's not even written in the book right now. And that's all for the downfall of this place. That's what it was designed for. Because he trusted so much in this place. Now look, stand in front of one that's closing down, and all of them is closing down.
Hey, this one closed down to build the one a block away, and then a block away, that closed down 2 months ago.
Exactly. And this was here way longer.
Right. And that was there, what, 3 or 4 years? Hey, they said, I shall build. The Lord said, He's going to throw down.
He making good on his promise.
Yeah.
He making way good on his
They
promise.
see it now. It's no value.
Right.
There's no
Exactly. They used to run in here.
can't be known.
People used to run in here and steal out of here. Try to get diapers for their children. You know, medicine for their children. It's on a major street.
Right.
This ain't no right thing right here.
Right. And a university. You got 20,000, 30,000 people. Right? And you can't keep business. Let's tell you something. It's the Lord's deal. The Lord's dealing with this. It says, and the power said, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat.
Right, so you want to eat it. You want to partake of it, you want to eat it. Why you think, like the older generation, like going into my grandmother, my grandfather, and all that, the ones that they went into that. They wasn't running to these. Oh, you gotta get this. That's some new age shit. And it started changing. Now all of a sudden you gotta take it before you even put your child in school. You gotta give them that venom, man.
Yeah. All these vaccines they coming up with.
And they been had them, but you gotta.
Socially born.
Yeah.
They
Come out the womb, they want
might give you an incision, right? Yeah, right.
And if not, they want to call Child Protective Services. If you don't give them the vaccines, or look at you like you're crazy, like what's wrong with you? No, you don't want that mess in our children's system. And it says 30, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so.
green herbs, vegetables. Right then, like the brother said, they put the pesticides on them.
The hormones and the meats,
Right.
GMOs.
The earth is defiled, man.
Right.
The soil, man.
Yeah, the soil. They put mess in the soil. So it can be contaminated.
In the concrete.
Yeah.
It's suffocating the earth. You gotta have a land Sabbath every 7 years. So that doesn't get replenished.
the deforestation. They're cutting down all the damn trees.
Right. Wildfire.
That's life.
And then they want to make these factories selling their products.
Right.
You know?
Right. Beyond meat.
Beyond
And all that.
meat.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is
No
beyond.
ingredients.
It sure is beyond. Well, I ain't think that we should even think about eating.
And you know how people run to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like McDonald's, Popeyes.
Right.
You know, and that just like puts parasites in you. Put spirits on you, really.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're eating human flesh.
Right.
So
That's
you gotta get the work, the
yeah,
best of
that
the worst.
slime and yeah, you're right. We got to get the best of the worst because that stuff is is full of all types of chemicals and everything that actually breaks your body down. Hey, that's why none of this is of us. That's why we got to call on Yahweh Shemel Shah. We can't do anything.
Genesis 9 and 3.
You said Genesis 9? This is the book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 1. And Yahweh blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
Yeah, so that's them coming back. And those men are part of they're part of a garden. They was planted. And that's why they brought animals of both sexes to what you would say the new world. Because the Lord got rid of the old. Which he's about to do again. Alright? Going into what? The second Exodus is coming. And we already right here. And World War III. The war to end all wars. So the Lord planted Noah into the seeds and all that, right? He said be fruitful and multiply. The same thing he told Ephraim. That's why they had to replenish the whole earth again. Whether it's good seed or bad seed. But the seed still gotta be there, man. The Lord never does away with his creation. He just recycles it. You know? Everything you see around you is recycled. These spirits, they're recycled. They just put into a different season, man. If you know anything about planting a garden, man, or every season, you gotta take care of it. Some seasons, man, you just let the, like you said, the land set. You can't plant in the wintertime. You know? You get the time to ground and time to rest. Even living in tropical areas where it's always warm, you still gotta get it the ground some breathing room. You know? And I remember I think it was the Benjamite brother. He came into the market one time. It was like I forgot what season it was, man. He said all this fruit is fake. I was like, what? He said all this fruit is fake. I said, why do you say that? He said because he said the Lord, when he made things, it was a seed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. He was like, so how you gonna have apples all season around? And I was like, you make a valid point. You make a valid point. How you gonna have oranges all year round? I said, dang, that's crazy. Because it just comes some time when you gotta, and when the season comes up for it, you stock up on it. So you'll be cool, so however long you gotta be cool for it, man. You know?
Hey, and that's why these fruits don't last but 2 days. You can't get a big thing of fruit because it's going to, because it doesn't have the seed, hey, and they made it in a lab, it lasts like 2 days and then you might as well throw it out. So we're wasting we're not wasting because it's trash anyway. You got seedless grapes. You got seedless watermelon. You got all this nonsense.
You can't plant.
Right.
See, watch me.
Yeah. And they don't even taste the same as it tasted those fruits back in the day. Doesn't even taste the same.
Hey, one of the migrants, not the migrants over there, because you know they come from South America. And America, North America, which means they get a lot of distribution, like all the like vegetables and fruits from South America. Right? So now all the migrants that come up here, they're giving them like plastic peanut butter and like the gel, you know?
Yeah.
And they throwing it all out. They're like, they're saying, bro, food, this is not of our tradition, son.
So they know. Yeah.
Raw goods,
right.
Raw vegetables, raw fruits from the trees. So they come up here, they throwing them out. Now they stopping their
the money, the SNAP money. Yeah.
So, you know,
hey, they said, what is this? Right.
But it goes to show, like when you go to somewhere else and you see how they're distributing their food, they're like, yo, like that's not of our culture. That's
Right. And hey, what did we just read? The Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. And we're seeing they trying to kill everything. They're trying to depopulate. The Lord says populate. You know, they get on some brothers that got, 5 or 6 kids. Oh, what's wrong with you? Like that's a bad thing. Hey, it says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. Right? So this place is backwards.
If he got all those kids, the Lord gave it to him.
Yeah, that's riches, actually.
It's up to him to take him or leave him.
Right. Right.
That's why we put our feet first.
Yeah.
Because I gotta, feel.
Yeah, me too.
But like
everybody want to score.
Season, yeah. But you got your children. All you do, teach them about Yahweh Hashem outside. By Hashem HaKadosh, and plant another seed. So you're telling them, basically, when you're doing that, you're telling them be fruitful too.
Right.
In the right ways. So if you train up a child in the way he should do, when he get older, he will not depart from that, right? So they gotta know the name. They gotta accept it and reject it. The brother says, as for me and my house, serve the house. Speak those words, man. This place, they gonna wish they knew the name. I see that.
Hey, they're gonna wish they never mess with the prophets either. It says verse 2, and the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things.
Right. See that? The green herb, man. We got, I seen, this Christian woman, so-called black woman. And, she did a video on her, I guess her stomach was getting more bloated or whatever from the meats that they're producing. And they doing some shit to them. You already know. That poisonous juice. So when you intake it, it's already inside your body. She said, I was praying, Jesus. She said, told me to stop eating meat. I was like, oh shit. I had to pick the meat from the bones from that because of course, like it's times we living in, man, you gotta have to trust in the Lord. Strictly. Should have been doing that from the beginning. Everything now is fear tactics. That's why the Lord said, man, so we find faith in it. It comes back. I'm telling you, that's why I bring this out, because tell you, Lord gave you all these things. So that was a gift to us. But look at what the enemy does, man. That's another way to identify the enemy. Because he's destroying shit that he gotta eat.
Right.
They think that's good, man. They want you to be like them, man.
Yeah, they're drinking blood and shit.
Right.
That's why these a lot of billionaires, you know, they're investing in these $1 million bunkers, escaping. But also what they're doing is they're taking all the best scientists, they're taking all the best doctors, all the greatest seeds, all the best this, that, and the third, you know, thinking that it's going to be for their benefit when all hell breaks loose.
Destruction.
Right.
That's why they say, like the brother said, they got seedless grapes. I never, like, I mean, I remember those, that probably was the start of it. But everything has a seed in it.
Right.
So you're supposed to be able to put that seed back in the ground. You know? Just like a man. A man is not born seedless. And a woman is not born eggless. You know? So if that were the case, like if a man was born seedless, how could he be profitable? How could he reproduce? How could he build up his legacy or his family? You know? And that's on a higher level of a seed. I mean, a fruit. Well, we are fruits. You know? But people don't got that much common sense. They'd rather eat something seedless. And that's why they're trying to make you, when you're born, they want you to they produce the happy people, man. So they know when you put your seed in that soil, it ain't going to produce nothing, man. Because it's not natural. You know? And that's all they pushing now, because we're in a time of death, man. Great death, great mourning, great destruction.
Hey, it's a famine.
Hey, that real famine is going to be the hearing of the word. That real famine is going to be when we're not out here anymore. They're worried about food famine. Hey, the spiritual famine is going to be the thing. You know, that gets this thing really moving. And that's what they're going to really be hungry for. But it's going to be too late, you know, because the Lord is going to remove us. It says, verse 4, but flesh with life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And hey, we see the difference between our nation too and Esau and other heathen nations that push what? Get that steak medium rare. You know, or like the brother said earlier, they actually drink blood. That's part of their rituals, especially these elites, right? I like watermelons on there too. Big ones. That's probably Issachar over there with them watermelons. You know, but hey, this is a thing that also signifies who we are. Our people always ate our steak well done until we started following after these other heathen nations that eat it medium rare.
And hey, if I may add, just like during the time of when our natives was cultivating this land before Christopher Columbus, our people barely got any minor flutes or any, you know, because they were tilting the stuff in the ground, so it was all natural. Right. They didn't really get sick or like a common cold or things of that nature. Right. Like the brother mentioned earlier with the every herbal tree. Until Esau's
bring that stuff over.
Disease eyes came around. Right. That's what, you know what I mean? You made the animals sick, the people sick. It's like,
yeah, he's a harbinger of death.
Well, like when I was coming up, man, my grandma, she said every year, like when they say flu season and all that shit, they go, oh, you gotta get your flu shot, your flu this, your flu that. Man, my grandma used to boil, warm up some castor oil. That shit was disgusting. But that shit worked. I never got sick. Shit warm up some castor oil, line up all of this, pour it in a tablespoon. And then sip that. She had another fruit for you, which was the orange. You put the orange directly in your mouth and take a little taste of the castor oil, man. And I was healthy like that. I ain't never had to go down there when they say, oh, you gotta get this. I ain't never had to do that, man. Never.
Hey, that was the real medical shot.
Exactly.
So she gave your grandmother gave you the real medical shot.
Exactly. Which came from the ground.
Yeah.
She gave me oil and orange, man. I said, oil and orange. I know fucking. And my grandma, she was horrified of snakes, man. She hated snakes. You know? They try to trick you with that little thing, man.
Yeah. And to be real, we're not even supposed to get our arms punctured like that with these needles and stuff like that.
That started from the enemy.
Right.
And he was like, oh, well, it says this. They know the Bible.
Huh.
They know.
Yeah, they got to keep us doing the opposite of what the Bible actually says. And make it normal.
Even that's in the law.
Yeah.
Not to get any, basically, incision.
And incision, yeah. Yeah.
We always bring up.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? It's more than that, man.
I got something real quick.
No, that's it.
Just to prove a point. Still got the, what you call it. Just to prove a point to basically trust in the Lord. You know, because you're going to have a lot of plagues. You're going to have a lot of these things. Illnesses, whatever, start to intensify. That's the judgment of the Lord. You know what I mean? But with us, you know, we try, the Lord knows our heart. But see, the difference is when you have faith in the Lord, you know, when all hell breaks loose, He's the one that's gonna make you whole. Like these scriptures, this is what makes you whole. You know what I mean? Because only the Lord can heal a spiritually sick individual, not these physicians, forgers of lies.
Right.
You know, take this condensed pill with a bunch of chemicals.
Right.
You know,
The mad scientist has created something.
this is the book of St. Mark 16 and 18. It says, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. You know? Like in Ezekiel said, we shall eat our defiled bread. You know, we don't know, you know, that's why you pray over your food. You know, you do the best of your ability. You know, sometimes, yeah, whatever, we in the flesh, but for the most part, we help. You do what you can do to what the Lord allowed you to work with. You know what I mean? Not intentionally, especially when you know how everything's polluted. You don't just, oh, fuck, how much is going to be down because you're in the flesh. No, like, you know what I mean? Now you like speeding up your death. So that's like suicide, a slow suicide of death. You know, with this food.
Right. And hey, when you're a man of the Lord too, and they know you're a man of the Lord, trust and believe they poison your food. I know I've been poisoned before. Damn devils think I don't know. Hey, that's why you invite me to dinner and all that, I don't go no more. And I ain't going. So stop inviting me. Damn demons. And don't order me no more food either. Think I don't catch that either. Catching all.
St. Mark, chapter 16, verse number 18, it says, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
Well, when I look at this ground, it look like serpents.
Yeah, the little tar marks, yeah.
Certain spots where I go through lessons at, and I see the same thing, but it reminds me, when it's on the low, because that's on the ground, that it reminds me about the Lord said they shall tread down serpents. So you're going to, matter of fact, and that reminds me too. What do you say? They shall what? Serpents?
It says, they shall take up serpents, and if any and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
Now, going into Apostle Paul, you grab that. When Apostle Paul got bit by that serpent, it was a deadly serpent.
Yeah.
Grab that one, Apostle Paul got bit by a deadly serpent, and they were just sitting back waiting for him to die. They was just looking at him. He didn't even want to die. Because, like, yo, they could have got bit by that same serpent
And died, yeah.
But it wasn't Apostle Paul was doing the work out by himself. That's how this place is. They're like, yo, see, laughing. I'm going to give them this. I'm going to put this in this food. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And you're not even knowing it. That's why you pray like the brother said. Pray over your food, water. And you mitigate bullshit as far as what you intake. Like, just sometimes days I might not eat all day. I don't tell nobody that shit. I just don't do it. I'll starve myself. Fight this bullshit. I'd rather eat a salad than even eating that shit. It's fucked up.
Right.
You know? So you gotta trust in them. They'll do all that shit to you when they see it don't work. They like, God, man,
Right, yeah.
What else can we do?
Right.
What else can we pull off on? Nothing.
Right.
Right.
Barking up the wrong tree.
Right.
Right.
That's right. Hey, now if Yahweh Shema Shai is covering us, hey, you continue to do what you do. And guess what? Just like the curse is going to double fold onto them, hey, what you do to us is going to double fold onto you too.
And if I may add too, like me and the brother, you know, sometimes on the channel you got the jail thing going on. You know, you see that, you watch it, it puts you in perspective. Like, damn, you know, I know a man. He was like, yeah, I get 3 meals a day. You know what I mean? You know, they feed you bullshit in the in the jail systems.
Right.
You know, you got buying food, even the food they give out for free, that should be expired. You know, you gotta eat it right away. Right? And it'd be abomination. It'd be abomination. But when the family hits, and the point of, you know, just to hit the home run, when the famine hits, you know, people are gonna run to that digital device to put in them to get the bullshit that they've been eating their whole lives. Rather than, like when we're reading about trusting in the Lord, you know, when Elijah was in the wilderness, you know, he trusted in the Lord. The Lord sent him, you know, angels food, so to speak. You know what I mean? And that's in the wilderness. Because we're going to be like pilgrims, you know, under the radar. Not out this, you know, in the perimeters of the society. We're going to be gone. We're going to, you know. So you just got to trust in the Lord. You don't know what you're going to eat, drink. You know? So he's the one that's going to make us whole. He's going to, like Paul said, he knew how to be a base, how to, you know, in other words, how to be hungry and how to be full. These people, they're going to run after that. You know, oh, McDonald's food. You know, my children got to eat. You know, I can't get medical treatment. Because you don't, you know, the whole great reset.
Hey, and that's why the Lord is building up our mindset to understand what we're going to have to go through in those days. And that's why, you know, there's times when brothers do decide to fast, right? And because that's building up their ability to go without food for a day or 2 days, right? So not only has the Lord built up our mindset, but he's actually causing us to do these things, even outside of homes. You know, like the brother said, sometimes he just doesn't even eat. You know, and that's sometimes just good practice, because this food is abominable. So you don't even want some of that stuff in your system. Your body needs to rest from some of this nonsense that they got out here.
That's the same thing, but you do it. Apostle Paul got bit unbeknownst to him. He ain't go and put his hand out, yo, bite me. But you niggas is going out getting these certain things that they handing out to you. To try to survive more in a place that's falling. The place is crumbling, man. The place is done, man. You know?
Is that Acts 28?
Yeah,
This is the book of Acts.
Come on, brother, what's that?
At 1?
Yeah, nah, 28 and 1. Come.
28 and 1? This is the book of Acts, chapter 28, verse 1. And when they were escaped, then they knew that the island was called Melita. And the barbarous people showed us no little kindness.
Because, yo, whenever our people did something, right, they named it. It's a reminder, you know, that to put things in remembrance. That's why when Yahweh Shah was on the scene and it was when he transfigured, they said, oh, let's build a temple for you, and this. And Yahweh Shah was like, no, you ain't doing that. This ain't the time for this, you know. Let's get that word on here.
Strong's G 3194, Melite. Melite. Thayer's Lexicon, related entry, Melitene. Melitene.
Alright, which goes into honey. Alright, the name of an island in the Mediterranean lying between Africa and Sicily, now called Malta. Man, that's crazy because that's like the root word for Malta drinks from Goya to dark. The mulattoes is come from dark people, you know. So that's why they called it that name, and that's a Greek name, you know. That's a Greek name. A lot. Matter of fact, real fast. They was escape, right? So it's between Sicily and Africa, right?
Yeah.
So it says this is my motto. Came about in the 1590s. It says one who is the offspring of a European and a black African, from Spanish or Portuguese mulatto, of mixed breed, literally young mule from mountain mulo, mule from Latin mulus, the mule possibly in reference to hybrid origin of luz compared Greek hemanos, of mule literally a half-ass as an adjective. One of mixed race as an adjective from 1670 Malata is aggressive from 1620s Malatris 1805. So that's what that kind of reminded me of. You know, get it in the blue letter. That's giving you the islands. The came over out in the Mediterranean line between Africa and Sicily. Those were dark people. So they say you're half fast because they can't have them go eat to them. You got it, bro.
It says, verse 2, and the barbarous people showed us no little kindness, for they kindled a fire and received us every one because of the present rain and because of the cold. And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat and fastened on his hand. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, they said among themselves, no doubt this man is a murderer, whom he hath escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live.
That's right, see that? They said no doubt this man is a murderer. Let's look at all the blood that he shed of the Israelites, man. All the blood he shed of the Israelites. And they said no doubt this man is a murderer. Of course he's gonna die. You know? Because he got bit by the serpent. What's gonna happen?
Hey, and that just goes to show you too that things, there's just not a coincidence of things. That goes to show you that people back then were so spiritual, they knew that the Lord, whatever happened to you, is because the Lord, did it to you. Even look at Job's friends, right? Even though they were wrong, but they just had that mindset that, hey, if something come down on you, it's because you did something in the dark, or you thought some evil in the dark, and now you're getting your judgment. Yeah, that's over and over in the Bible when those things happen. Again, even though in this instance, hey, the Lord didn't suffer him to die, right? The Lord was with him. It says, and he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm. Woo!
Shook him off into the fire.
All right. That goes to show you can do whatever you want to men of the Lord. If the Lord is protecting them through Yahweh Bashem Shai and the angels, you keep trying, Esau, and guess what? You're going to lose every time. Whatever you think you're coming up with, you're going to lose every time. Whatever you do, the Lord has to sanction it. Not what you come up with to go against men of the Lord. Because they want to be righteous. And you so mad, your butt's hurt. It says, howbeit they looked when he should have swollen or fallen down dead suddenly, but after they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him.
Yo, and that's crazy because it's certain, now if I'm gonna look it up, but I know it's certain poisonous, even going to a spider, man, scorpion, but this is talking about snakes. There's certain snakes that bite you, you're instantly supposed to drop dead. That's why they was looking at it,
It says, and saw no harm come to him, they changed their minds and said that he was a god. Right? So they changed their minds and said, hey man, this guy, hey, we are supposed to be gods on the earth, right? But not the power, not the God, right? But hey, so they gave him his respect. They put some respect on his name.
And just like when they take the micro C hit, it tells you the repercussions. The warriors, the sword, all of this. And so when people are, when Jacob's trouble hits, they catching all this because they're malnutrition, they can't feed, they can't get this, that, and the third. And they see out of the prophets, there's no harm coming into them. That's when they're going to be like, oh, they shot a real prophet was among them, like, oh, no harm happened to them. They got to be, It's like they saw Paul,
Hey, even with this C-19, that stuff was airborne. They was putting that, and we may have gotten sick. Men of the Lord may have gotten sick for a week. But hey, I haven't heard a rampant number of true men of the Lord died from it. Right? You've seen a lot of people die from it, though. The C-19, or so they say.
Yo, check it out, like going back into the technology of the needle, which is the snake bite. It's crazy because the serpent the one is given to. But it says, let's talk about, it says a rattlesnake bite, which is a poisonous snake. And that rattle, when the rattlesnake is rattling, it's warning you, like, get out of here, you know? So now these snakes eat, that's what you are, a snake. You're rattling, you're bullshit, right? But it says a rattlesnake bites are a medical emergency and can be fatal if left untreated. Seek help within a half an hour. Left untreated, it can lead to organ failure and death in 2 to 3 days. The venom for the majority of rattlesnakes, a rattlesnake bites or damage tissue and affect the circulatory system by destroying skin tissue and blood cells, and by causing you the hemorrhage internal. The hemorrhage internal. Most rattlesnake venoms is composed mainly of hemotoxic elements. So look what they're doing with your cure, so to speak. There are around 30 different species of rattlesnakes in the world. They can usually be easily identified by their distinctive buzz or rattle, for which their name derives. They use this rattle as a signal for predators to stay away. You know, so what the predators, another predator that's coming after them, they use that rattle to stay away, but they gonna bite you. Right. You know, that's why they. You know, we're not predators. We're the prey.
Hey, so just think about how venomous that snake must have been back in with Paul, right? That must have been a big. Yeah, he's supposed to go right then and there. That said 2 to 3 days for that rattlesnake, right? So hey, that lets you know that this was a thing.
They trying to rattle things up now.
John.
Or the vein and fear attacks, another mega lockdown.
Right.
These draconian measures. So when your back is against the wall, that's when they want to pinch you.
Yeah.
That's when they want to come at you with their technology.
Well, he wants our people to see them as God, right? So we go to them for the solution, right? But hey, true men of the Lord, we've been out of that. Trying to go to Egypt for help. You have to be out of your mind if you believe at any time he's going to give you something for free and it's good.
Right.
He monetized everything. He done monetized water. It will monetize air if he could.
He said he'd do a diligent search.
Right. So for you to think that there's going to be something that's pushed in your community, in our community, for free, that's actually good for you, you have lost your mind.
I got a precept.
Come on.
This is the book of Revelation. To back you up, Revelation chapter 12. And we start at verse 9. It says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." That's the same thing like the brother with the rattling. With their fear tactics, philosophies. Try to break things down to the layers. So when they feel like they got you, that's when they're going to come with that on the top.
Right.
That's a snake. They deceiving the people. And these people go along with it. Simple believe in every word.
It's simple, right? Simple-minded. Here as though they cause the chaos, and then they want you to run to them for the solution. And we our people fall for it every time. And the main culprit is the woman that's going to fall for it, just like Eve. and they think they're gonna get the woman just like Eve did to Adam, for us to do the same thing. That's their tactic. You put a little fear in Eve. Hey, she's saying you better, and that's why some men that I know had said they had to get it because they woman basically coerced, you know, because well, brother, she works in the medical field, so you know she's around patients, and so you know that's my wife. So I'm like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. And that's what they know. They know that we follow after you simps follow after the woman, and they'll get you running and doing everything that they want you to do. So they go after our woman to then get to us. Good luck with that. Not with men of the Lord.
They're like that rattlesnake. That's what they're doing right now with this whole election. They rattling, warning the ones that's not crazy. All the predators. It's just like them. That's like ringing the bell. Ring the bell, you ring the alarm and tell the people that's just like you, yo, this is about to happen. But these dummies, they can't see that. They sit back and just, oh snap, I'm not for this person. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if nobody votes, somebody's still gonna come in the office.
Right.
But they just give you that facade. First of all, they ain't supposed to vote no man over you. That's not your vote. So now they putting a woman in there. So they telling you either vote for this Edomite or vote for this one. But you know Jake's famous lines, I picked the lesser of the two poisons. Nigga, you pick the lesser of a poison, you're still gonna fucking die. Because you're going to get bit. It's like with Sherelle Parker and all that. Reverend Philadelphia. Look what she going, following Esau's bed to the T. That's why they put her ass up in there.
Man, both sides follow the elite anyway. They just have a different strategy in terms of how they follow. That's all. It's a different strategy in terms of how they follow the elites and take orders from the elites. At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter who it is. We know we're in the last days of the last days, and hey, so these things are around the corner, you know. And Lord willing, it happened within months, you know, and it could, and that's what we pray for. We sigh and cry to Yahweh Bashim Rashad day and night, you know. That was it on that.
Going through like this whole situation. That's what I'm saying. And you got dudes like Steve Harvey, all these comedians that you know they already sold out anyway. So they're going to tell you whatever he said. So they just like to whoop each other.
And here you go. You got athletes, comedians, actors. You're now the spokesperson for the people. You got a half a brain, right? But we supposed to believe you and what you say. You know, hey, that's why they had that rapper talking about vax that ass up, right? That's how you know this place is through.
Nigga name is Juvenile.
Right, that's how you get the message across with the rapper. Hey, that's how you get your message across. That's your spokesperson. Like he got a medical degree or something. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's part of their, like the brother mentioned. They're also,
that's how you know they're through.
They're also, like the brother mentioned, they're part of the predators.
Right.
They're part of the NBA play.
Yo, you want to hear from
playing on their own people, you know?
Right.
Yo, we talking about this bullshit. That's what she said. Hey, I seen the shirt. Whatever. She's like, oh, you filming in the rain stuff.
Got her out of here.
God, look what scripture you got.
And got her out of here.
Look what scripture you got.
You said Deuteronomy 17 and what? 17 and 15? Yeah, it's a book of Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose.
Yo, let's see that. That's what we're talking about.
Hey, that's the spirit. Hey, call Lord Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Kadash. John, hey, you can't make that up, huh? Hey, that's the spirit.
As soon as she saw it, she said, oh, you feel me? And it started raining all ass.
Yeah, Lord got him right up out of there.
After that holy shit, the storm, like, hey, you know?
It's gone from the
Hey, the Lord's got everything filmed. They think they got these little cameras set up there.
And I'm sure the people in the house of look down the block,
Right.
they probably scared.
Oh, right. Good. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about them idiots. Good. The Lord is going to rain on your parade. Hey, but that rain is going to be fire soon enough. It says, Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
Yeah.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
Wow, that's right. That's what you just said. That's crazy. The Lord brought that full circle, man.
Right. And it's not just, I mean, it's people that are holy. You know, you had holy men more so over Israel. Now you had some wicked kings, right? You had the house of Saul. What was it, Rehoboam? Rehoboam had the northern kingdom, right? Rehoboam or Jeroboam? Yeah, was it Rehoboam that had the northern that went off? Right? So we definitely had wicked kings.
Yeah, 8 righteous kings.
Yeah. Yeah. He was wicked.
Jeroboam. 2 Kings 17, 22. So he walked in all the...
So Jeroboam had the northern kingdom?
Yeah,
Come. Oh, yeah, because Rehoboam had his... He only had the kingdom of Judah. Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
I knew it was Jeroboam. I just...
Come.
Crushed him.
Yep. Come.
Because he had... when he talks about Israel going to the northern kingdom.
Come.
About Judah basically is the north. No,
Southern.
Southern.
Come. Yep.
Southern. And Jerusalem, that's going into all Israel, or the southern kingdom. I mean the northern kingdom. But yeah, right?
So imagine having a heathen living on.
Right. Hey, a lot of unrighteousness. Right? Hey, think about the Maccabees, right? They said, we ain't doing nothing. We want to go to war. You know, under them heathen nations, right? Under those heathen kings. Because they saw how wicked that they made their people act. Right?
I got to bring it back. So Deuteronomy 17, I'm going to start at 14 in the NL2. It says, you're about to enter the land of Yahweh Bashem your power is given you. When you take it over and settle there, you may think we should select a king to rule over us like the other nations around us. If this happens, be sure to select as king the man Yahweh Bashem your power chooses. You must appoint a fellow Israelite. He may not be a foreigner. No? That's telling you right there. You're not supposed to go to another man over. You know, when it's talking about kings, so you got to be an Israelite. Just like we're here now, the Lord set up men, start with our apostles, you know, to teach this word, to be rulers over us. That know the law, know the statutes, know the commandments, abide by it. While you sitting here want to follow after what my man called it, Scamala Harris, one of her fellow so-called Indians, which her mother is an Indian. That's why everybody keep getting twisted. Her mother is a so-called Elamite, man. Not her father, man. Alright? So you gotta go back to who her father was. These people going in, and there's so much confusion with that whole election shit. They already, like I said, they got everything planned out.
Right.
Then you're gonna be upset when this whole lockdown comes. And they lock everybody down. That's gonna cause civil unrest, man. You know, that's going to cause a whole big-ass situation right there. Because if the Trump supporters, if she wins, they going to lose it.
Right.
If whoever's with her, either way, it don't even matter, man. It's still going to be civil unrest.
Right.
Because
it's coming.
Whoever wins, when they shut it down, and then they try to bring it back up, oh, well, look, this who won. You know, they did the same shit with George Bush, man. George Bush Jr. when he beat Ross Perot. And it became all the way down to the Florida state, to Florida. And that's where George Bush Jr., all his people was at, man. That one state. And he won it. And everybody like, oh, but it's Ross Perot won. This person won. It's like, nope. We counted it. George Bush won, and that was his second term, man. So these niggas think they don't break shit and crazy, man. That's why you feel, yo, the Lord's put it. That's why before we had kings, we had judges that was set up. But our people wanted to be like all these other nations, so the Lord was like, okay, you want to be like that? You want a king? I got you. And he gave you one. He gave you Saul. Which, if you really look into it, you go back further than that. You go to Moses. Moses was the first king of Israel. Going back to Mount Sinai. You can look it up for yourself. Moses was the very first king of Israel, but it wasn't like him sitting on the throne, which Moses is King David. All right. So then you were given Saul as a king, going back from the prophet Samuel. You know, he was the one that anointed Saul and all that. Saul came into power, and since you wanted a king takes the most prized possession that you have for himself to use it. That's why he is the king. You know? A judge, you want to give judges certain things, but you have judges. But at one point in time, you only got one king. And they're going to take him. Your finest women, your finest crop, whatever you got, man. They take it and they use it for themselves. But that's what you do to a king. You bring them all your finest things, man. When you used to have to go to the Levitical priest, that's what Moses was a priest. He was a Levite. They was the ones that made supplications for the sins. Why do you think Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah took him on Mount Sinai and make supplications for your sins, man? Give him the law. That's right. That's why he took you niggas to the valley of sins, man. Which is where Mount Sinai rested. You know?
Hey, that's how you know the power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Because you think of Saul was a Benjamite, right? So,
Wicked.
right. But
Well, he was righteous at one point.
yeah,
But he lost his voice.
right. But then, so Jonathan was supposed to be the next king, right? That was his firstborn son. Jonathan, again, so it all is according to Yahweh Bashim Shai. King David had to be from the line of Judah, right? Because it was already written that a scepter shall rise out of Judah, right? That's how decent Yahweh is, right?
What son was Judah again?
Yeah, Judah was fourth.
Yo, and that's
Yep.
mercy.
Yep.
That's mercy. And that's why, like, yo, the Benjamin, who was the first one?
I think it was Reuben.
Reuben was the first one. That's how you know that the Lord, because honestly, your firstborn son is supposed to get everything.
Right.
You know? But the Lord, he but he do whatever he wants.
Right.
Like Yahweh Shai, he's the first spirit of the creator, so everything goes to him. And that's technical. That's how it's supposed to go down. But the way the Lord does whatever he wants. Man. So going through, you don't even know who he chose first anyway for the spirit.
Right.
He could have been one that was over you, but you just he's just doing it. Because you try to get too technical into things, but the Lord like, man, I created all this.
Right.
You know?
And remember, David was the smallest one out of his brothers,
Oh, man.
Right.
I was just,
but had the most faith.
yo,
Right,
'cause
he wasn't the
picked,
eldest.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it because he picked, start with a E. He boom, something like that. That's who Samuel looked at first. The spirit was like, nope, don't look at his stature.
Right.
But the Lord judges not as man judges. You don't judge it from the outward, you judge it from the inward. You know? You know who he created, and King David, scrawny and all that. He loved the Lord that much. You know?
Hey, just like with Jacob, right? And Joseph. Joseph brought his two sons to Jacob, right? And Jacob went to bless Ephraim. And Joseph was like, whoa, you mean Manasseh? It's like, no, I know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's all the Lord's will. You know, and he shows us time and time again.
Yo,
Right?
Damn, that's crazy. Jacob, what's that? Jacob, son of Isaac. Isaac was Yahweh's side. Jacob represents Israel, 12 tribes and all that. So he gave him that insight, yo, this ain't going to press. Because he already know, like, Jacob was, and yo, and there it go again. Jacob was the second son. Even though they was twin brothers in the womb, they were fraternal twins. You know? I believe that's the right word, fraternal, because you got fraternal and fraternal.
Yeah.
But fraternal, they was like two different eggs get fertilized at the same time. And so Esau came out first because he's the older brother. That's why I said the eldest shall serve the youngest. You know? So the Lord allowed, and yo, that's heavy because look who's ruling right now. Who's ahead of us right now? They're the ones ruling now. So you get the rule first. We want to show you when you fuck up. It's just that simple. You know? A lot of people, nope. The Lord set it up already.
Yep.
You know?
Since the beginning.
Exactly. One of Genesis. These niggas is crazy. First Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. Wrap up the point. Matter of fact, just to give you I'm gonna start at verse 1. This is Samuel goes to Bethlehem. Alright. Yahweh Shah was in there too. Showing you that we all come from the same region. Alright, so this is 1 Samuel chapter 16:1. It says, and Yahweh said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? And that's crazy because Samuel is a prophet, a major prophet. And like he seen, like when you a prophet and you see another brother or a king or something, you see him simply like, something. So in your mind, you're like, Lord, what's going on? So you ain't going more for your brother because you don't want him to go off like that. And when you see that shit hurts you. Or if it don't hurt you, then I don't know what's up with you. And this is the difference between the house of David and the house of Saul. It says, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel, fill thine horn with oil and go. So see, he had to go alone. So the Lord took all the oil from Saul. And he told Samuel, fill up this horn as ram's horn. That's like blowing the trumpet. They had horns too. So you fill it up with oil, go about your business. Because you got to go anoint the next king. It says, and go, I will send thee to Jesse, the Bethlehemite. Alright? Which, Jesse, Yahweh Shah comes from the root of Jesse. Right? I told you that. It says, for I have provided me a king among his sons. You see that going into what? What we were talking about the whole with the election and all that. Deuteronomy. Right? You don't appoint another man over you or a king that's not an Israelite. But you niggas are so willing to, I'll pick the rest of the two poisons and then, nah, man, it won't go down like that. The Lord already set this thing up. Like I said, if you ain't even vote, they still got their king who they want. Just like the Lord, which one of you niggas is coming out here voting, that's the prophet right there. That's the prophet. You don't know. The Lord already ordained it. And set them up from the beginning. It says, verse 2, it says, back in 1 Samuel 16:2, it says, and Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. Scared? Of course, he's a man. It says, and Yahweh said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to Yahweh. So the Lord basically guide take this heifer, man. This heifer is what? Like a cow. Yeah. A female cow promise. It says, and call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will shew thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee. And damn, that's crazy because the Lord said, take the heifer, which is the sacrifice, because David, King David was a sheep herder. Yeah. So the Lord, like, in the sheep, that's like a sacrifice. So he was looking after the sheep already, because he knew how to take care of it. So it says, verse 4 says, and Samuel did that which Yahweh spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably? And he said, peaceably I am come to sacrifice unto Yahweh. And yo, that's what he really was doing. But the Lord made him take that physical sacrifice, but he was doing the spiritual. You know, to sanctify the new king, to usher him in.
But hey, you see the respect that the prophets got though? When they came into town, I think you said this last week actually. Trembled when the prophets would come visit you.
Them niggas ain't getting no, well, now they don't get no respect.
Right.
They just look at you like, hey, whatever.
Right.
Play your message.
Samuel spelled out what rights?
Well, no, y'all.
They used to get
Verse 5 it says, and he said peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto Yahweh. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse. See, so he went to the father first. And his sons, all of them, and called them to the sacrifice. It says, and it came to pass, when they were come, that he looked upon Eli, and said, surely Yahweh's anointing is before him. And yo,
because he was probably big in stature, you know what I'm saying? The oldest.
Like how they keep drawing the pictures of the prophets now.
Right.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
Right.
You know, it says, Eli, his name means, matter of fact,
Probably talk the most.
Age 446. Eliav.
but it says, Allah Ya'ab. Allah Ya'ab in the Hebrew. Allah Ya'ab. These are characters. Alright. It says, Allah Ya'ab, which is, my God is Father, or God is Father, son of Elon, leader of Zebulun in the wilderness, going into different ones. It says a Reubenite, chief father of Nathan. Here we go. It's the one we want. It says David's oldest brother.
There you go.
That's his oldest brother.
There you go.
Then you got down here another one that says a Gadite warrior from David. So he, like, yo, David ain't no sucker, man. Alright? But the one that we're talking about now, Allah Ya'ab, is David's older brother. Alright? So that's the one that the prophet Samuel thought that was the one that was going to go like you say, right? And he's older, so
right.
He's looking at his younger brother like,
right.
Alright, but it says, well, yeah, going back and
in order, yeah.
But that's how they know. And that's where the sacrifice was to go. It says, but Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For Yahweh saith not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yahweh looketh on the heart. So that's your mind, man. Your mind. And I can see that because like an older brother, you probably got the most pride in you, man.
Right.
I'm over you, nigga. But the younger brother is always looking up. Like, yo, I want to be like my older brother. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord can use that because that's the humbleness of the son of him. You know? So if he looking like that, when you got brothers, so you were able to see from how the oldest brother acts, and if you in the middle, you see the youngest brother, the brother's over you and all that. So you were able to have that compassion on other brothers, sharing all that. You know?
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach, chapter 11. I'm going to start at 4, the point is at 5. It says, boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor. For the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of have won the crown.
That's going to King David. Many kings sat on the crown. Even, matter of fact, even King Solomon, man. Because they thought it was going to be, was David's other son?
Right.
Absalom.
Yeah. Even anoint himself as king next
yeah.
to the next king.
Absalom was he anointed himself.
Right.
But
and got one of the prophets to actually.
Because he knew his father.
Right.
My father got anointed like this. The prophet Samuel anointed my father.
Right.
So now I'm going to get a prophet.
Right.
Come anoint me, and it's going to be set in stone. But no, that wasn't the Lord's son.
Right.
Right. They try to conspire against God.
Yeah.
And they all looked at him for his stature, his beauty. You know, instead of, the scripture said King David was a man of the Most High's heart.
Right. And hey, that goes into showing that the Lord will use who He will use. No matter what person thinks they're set up to do something, the Lord is going to choose who He calls.
Right.
To carry things through. You know?
And Yahushua came from that line, from that group. And what he wasn't thought of.
Right.
Oh, that's just the prophets. And the scriptures spoke about a governor being raised up.
Right.
Yahushua.
Yeah, that's why Solomon is Yahushua.
Right.
He came through that lineage, through King David's loins. You know? He came through King David's loins, and when he came in, Solomon came in, how many years was it he had? 40 years of peace. 40 years of peace, man. And Yahushua lived to be about that age too, bro. No, they died the Masons say, oh, he died at 33. No, he didn't, man. He was older than that. You know? But that's the degrees that they use here. And Babylon is saying, oh, this is the highest degree. And that's where they got people confused and misconstrued. Yahushua was older than 33 years old. Well, if you believe that, you better do some more research. That's a man-made faith from your enemy.
Yeah.
You know? And they tell you, I forgot about looking up again to see when he started his ministry. But his ministry wasn't that long, but he went hard. And that's why when Yahushua came to speak to Apostle Paul went just as hard. He went hard too. Because Apostle Paul knew that he only had a short time, man. But when the Lord came and it was on his mind, like, damn, all the wrong I did, I gotta come make this right, man. You know?
That just shows you that everything is spiritual. Because Lord raises up kings and he throws down.
God.
The majority of these people, they don't. That's the customs of the customs of Rome, the Flavians, the patricians. You know, when they got the Senate houses, obviously took that custom, which is the tradition of the heathen. But we telling you how things are set up in a righteous standpoint.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the way they set their houses up, they be out of order.
Yep.
You know, the house of Esau, ancestry and all that. They try to keep their lineage, whatever. That's why the scriptures tell you, follow not a multitude to the weak. People following, they flock to that. Not realizing the spirit that they're set up to be destroyed. But the Lord is raising up the house of David right in front of the eyes of our oppressors.
Precept for that too. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 3. Thus saith Yahweh, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of Yahweh of armies. the holy mountain. Like the brother say, hey, the city is being built right now. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 3. Thus saith Yahweh, I am returned unto Zion.
So that, yo, and that goes for all you scoffers, your vocab Malones, and all you other men that was set up by these agencies to try to contradict what we're saying. The Lord just told you right there, man. He will return to Zion, man. You know? Israel, man. Alright?
Right, not the Christian church, not Christians, not we are the world.
Right. He never left us. He said, never leave you nor forsake us. Even though that he put us away for a certain amount of time. It's like you got a woman and you a king, you can put her ass away. That bitch, get the fuck out of here. You put her in her chamber, yo, you ain't coming out until I tell you to come out. You go about your business as a king. And when her time is up, then you bring her back up, man. You know? But these niggas, they get put up for their woman. Oh, let me go sleep on the couch. Listen, you know where in the scriptures we tell you it's better to dwell in the corner of the rooftop than in the broad house with a brawling woman.
Right.
You know? So I understand that. You know,
Yeah, you just want to get away from that wicked spirit.
Don't make that be an excuse for all that shit. You know? You gotta stand 10 toes down for the Lord, man. You know, but the Lord said he will never, that's what you said. He's not gonna leave. He said he will return because he said, what? He'll be a father to us again. We'll be his people and all that. What, brother?
God. The book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 3. Thus saith Yahweh, I am returned unto Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem.
See that? And that's all Israel. He's going to dwell in the midst of us. Because right now, he's with his prophets. So that with his servants. With his elect, his 1/3 and all that. But as far as the rest of Israel, he's judging. So they have to be judged for everything that they did wrong according to his judgment, according to his discretion. Does he judge us every day? Yes, he does. Are we perfect? No, we're not. We make mistakes, we in the flesh. Like even starting camp, man, we had miscommunication and all that. Brothers all week, we go through things and everything, man. When we come and you see certain shit like the shit while we standing here, man. But at the end of the day, it's all the Lord's work.
Right. And love ain't never going to cease between us brothers. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That's right. So we got to, you know, answer the Lord. And that's why, that's another reason right there to let you know that's why we need your house. You know, he's going to come and set the record straight once and for all. We're never going to have to bicker again. We always going to be happy. We're always going to be straight, man. That's the goal that we're searching for, that we're pushing for, man. You know? What you got, brother?
It says, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So he is dwelling in the midst.
But you're going to, what's that, Revelation? When it said, New Jerusalem, something coming out of the sky.
It says, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of Yahweh of armies, the holy mountain.
Right, the government. A power of armies, man. They say, you already say, I'm going to do our
It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof.
And yo, what's going on here in Babylon, man? Even out West Philadelphia, there's so much gun violence out there right now. Yo, the children are scared to come outside.
Right. They're not playing like in the old days.
They don't want to go outside.
Yeah.
Nothing playing. Yo, and you know what, man? Going from like the 80s, you know, early 90s and all that. 70s, let's go back 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, to the 2000s. The children was able to come outside even more.
Yeah.
Play outside. We had a little gang shit.
Right.
That was fighting. No shooting.
Right.
Maybe stabbing or something like that.
Right.
You know, but now it's all guns.
Yeah. It's death. Now you're dying.
Right, they can kill you.
Yeah. And they're teenagers.
Well, they're destroying all the good. I'll be always bring out with that. You children, the children that's dying, man, is the ones' parents were sick of our child. That his blood be upon us. So when these
Right.
times before he comes, putting y'all to death, man.
Right.
And when he gets here, there's certain ones he got a personal vendetta with you. And he's going to be the one that comes.
Right.
Person.
Yeah, we don't
That's
have
why I
to do
said,
a
who's
thing.
that come from, you girl that's different from Basra here from? And that's how you know I'm not lying. Because who's that come? That's your house. You know?
It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes?
Damn.
Saith Yahweh of hosts.
Yo, it said the remnant. That's talking about the elect. If it's marvelous, because we want to see the Lord. Lord's will be a part of it. That's another thing that be on your mind, dealing with this shit every day, man. Like, it's getting more and more intense, but you still gotta fight through it. You know, but they say ain't nothing to it but to do it. Fuck. You know, that's why we read about our ancestors and go over different histories and all that. That's encouragement, man. Cause yo, I remember when I was on some Christian bullshit, and I used to read, and I used to read about I used to be Exodus a lot, and cause I was like infatuated with like, damn, this group of people, the Lord was guiding them. I said they saw all those miracles done in Egypt,
Right.
where they were slaves. I said, damn, the Lord takes them from that. Them people, they saw all that. They was right there. The Lord put you in the wilderness, so now you see the chariot in front of you, chariot behind you, and this God, and you see the Red Sea open up. And immediately after that, y'all niggas start bitching again. I couldn't understand that. I said, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? I said, after all that shit, I said, one miracle like that, I'm cool.
Right.
Like, yo, because I know he doing that. But these niggas, like, he's showed you so much. And, yo, sooner, because it wasn't you the one that was leading or whatever, now you want to backbite the man and say, that's fucking crazy, man. And that's why when I used to read that as a kid, man, I used to be like, God damn, this nigga's crazy, man. And then it's little, now I'm older and I understand the truth. Now it's like, certain things I said, I catch myself doing that a little. Like, you just seen something spectacular happen. Like, now you waiting for the next thing, next thing. So you get a little anxious, man, but like, but you just want it to be done. And everything is done in this time and in this season, man.
Hey, but you see that now with brothers that was basically Carl Lewis in this thing. What I mean by that, they came out hard, right? You couldn't tell me that this wasn't a man of the Lord, right? And then they fell out, right? after all the miracles the Lord has probably done gave them in their lives, right? The Lord done did a lot of things, right? And hey, but it's the Lord's will. That's why, hey, this is the perfect gift. And hey, you just got to pray that the Lord take not his Holy Spirit away from you. Cast you not away from his presence, you know, and have mercy. Because guess what? It could be anybody. So, hey, I'm not prideful. I'm just thankful and grateful. And it's all through spirit, power, grace, and mercy. Yahweh Shem Shah. And that's it. You know, hey, and I ain't going to do nothing, and I can't do nothing against nobody. So, hey, I'll let the Lord take care of everything. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country.
Yo, that's it. The east, over there where our people at, because we got our people that's in Saudi Arabia. Yo, even in Israel, man. We got Iraq, Iran, China, Georgia over there, Turkey. Yeah, all four corners. The Philippines, you know, Japan, wherever we're scattered. That's why I said from the east to the west. And over here we're on the western hemisphere. All right, we're in the western part of the earth, man. And this is the end of the earth where we were driven, man. This is it.
There's the fourth part. The third part's already occupied.
That's right. And that's why the things are starting to happen over there first.
Right.
But you see, you just had that MP. The gorilla thing. The chimpanzee.
Right.
It was in Africa. What was it? You could say the other day. Then the first case hits maybe 24 hours later here in San Francisco.
Right.
In America, blah, 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 man. So the Lord is speeding things up, man. Just as mad as how much more angry do you think he is? When he bound by his words and he created times and others, he's like, man, how much you speed it up? Yeah.
You don't happen to have any
Tissue? It says, and I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power in truth and in righteousness. Right. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words by the mouth of the prophets.
That it says, let thy hands be strong. So here's these words, all right, the mouth of his prophets, right? Because every prophet on this planet that ever came through, all they did was told you, don't serve no idols, trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Ba'Shem, love him with your whole heart, or the place that you're at is going to come to you. Because they were sent to prophesy against those pieces. So they was telling you, yo, this was going to happen to these people. If you act just like them, you're going to get the same punishment, whether you believe it or not. That's all any prophet ever said. And they gave you examples of ancient history and the things that happened in the history back then. You know? So right now, man. And that's all the prophets is doing now. And then now you got going from start with high priest Rabbi Abba Bivens, John the Baptist, and it went to trickle down from him. So you got high priest Ariah, It's what's the brother? King David.
Masha.
King Masha. King Masha. That's right. King Masha. He got the apostles too. All right. But even with all in all these men's generations, you had men that came and fell off. But they delivered the same message. But see, now they had to give you more information. And they had to sit there and go through it. It's like now, in this generation now, you gotta eat. Because all you gotta do is pick up a phone and Google something. Or whatever, it pops up. But now, you know, we're coming to the end because what they're doing, they're starting to change a lot of things on Google where you can't search certain things. But y'all coming up in my era in a generation before me, you used to have to go to the library, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get encyclopedias, dictionaries, you know. You have to go, whatever books you have to go pick them up and look through them. There wasn't no, let me just do. You had to get off your fucking ass, man. You know? But now this generation, now they fucking, it's a microwave generation and they're lazy as hell. And it's making the world, and it's the earth is weaker through age, man. So this place has got weaker. Look at the vegetables and all that. Look how small they are now. Everything is smaller and weaker. So the Lord has to come back and replenish it, which he's about to do.
It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words by the mouth of the prophets, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of Yahweh of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built.
That's crazy because they was back. They was in the beginning time, man. You know? They say predestined, preordained.
Yes. Yep, predestined.
So hey man, that's
predetermined.
Why, yeah, because you got a lot of men
predestinated.
Like the brother he mentioned that earlier. You got men that they like prime example. That bedtime story when he was a child, the hare and the tortoise. You had men that came out like the hare, running the hall, you haul ass somebody. The tortoise is just step by step moving daily. Don't take no rest, but he's moving. You know what I'm saying? And basically keeping up. But he's on, and he's absorbing every step that he takes. The tortoise. The scriptures tell you the race is not for the swift. No, but the tortoise still running shit. I mean the hare, it's a lot. Now you get to the motherfucking down to the finish line and the tortoise behind you, you're like, oh, it's right there. I done smoked this thing. Oh, let me take a nap. Now that's your downfall, but it's not your rest. So now you took a nap and the tortoise came right past your line. Cross the line, now you waking up. After you already crossed, now you want to keep working. No, it's over. You know, you fell by the wayside. You know? So every prophet back then, they told you the same stuff, man. You know, you got it, brother. That's why I tell you, be strong in these days. Because, the days are evil. No matter how you look at it, these days are evil. They're not going back to normal. They're not going back to none of that. They are evil. And that's the spirit. I believe that's why the Lord got us here now, man. Because back there, everything they're flourishing. Oh, yeah, let's big party. But over here, this is reality. Everything's dead. There's no one to till the earth over here. That's why the weeds is coming off the cracks of the earth. The building is shut down, which was once lively. You know? These people being locked. Even the trash can got ripped from out of here, man. Because couldn't nobody take care of that. Because the bill can't be paid and all that, man. So the place is pretty much done.
Verse 10. For before these days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beasts. Neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in because of the affliction. For I set all men, every one against his neighbor. But now I will not be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, saith Yahweh of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase.
Right, but no, they ain't doing that right now.
But look at what we started out with. You started out with talking about fruits and seed, and it just came back. So that's crazy. That's the spirit right there. Wow, that's crazy. That's
The Lord had to chin check us again.
all right. Hey, call Lord. God, how did that just happen? That's crazy.
That's the spirit. And the scriptures speak about the harvest. The harvest is plenteous, but the labors are few.
John,
What's good is that right there?
Zechariah 8. Yeah, man.
So that's another prophet.
Yeah. It says, for the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their due, and I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things.
Yeah, yo, because right now, going into, what's that, Deuteronomy 28, going into from 16, going down when it talks about
Curses.
Yeah, it comes. But it says that we will, like when we labor, like we're playing the field, and
Yeah.
we're going to reap the benefits of it. You see that right there, son?
Uh,
Like, I know, like, when I helped my grandma plant a garden and all that, what's it, the first rain is in the spring. The last rain is in the fall. That's like the first, because that's when the feeds and crops. And the last rain is in the fall, which that's when you feed the tree, but that's when you're taking them up and all that. That's the final gathering to the barn for your wintertime season. So you can have all that. Like, so you're supposed to manage it. It's like with Joseph when he was in Egypt, and he told him about the 7 days of flourishment and the 7 years slaughter. 7 years of famine. So now you had to have all that, and you had to store all that in the barn, so you had to eat. You still had to eat then, but then you had to have the knowledge of this land and when it's going to stop.
Yeah, it's
giving
not
its
yield
increase.
any crops. Yeah.
Exactly. So you got the first rain and last rain. So now we'll be coming up on your last rain. So if you're ready to go on your crops, you're looking at the animals. Squirrels, bears, ones that go into hibernation and all that. So they gather all summertime, but they still eat. But they know the majority of this is what I'm going to need in the wintertime. I have to get up, have my snack, drink, go back to sleep. So the Lord, like, we ain't do that. So the Lord now once this time comes, we're gonna be able, we ain't gonna have no more families. Everything's gonna be in abundance. So the Lord is telling right there that He's gonna feed you continually. Right? Even now, the ones that the Lord's men that took this thing seriously and really trust the Lord and love Him and all that. And the ones that look out for those men as well, the friends of the prophets and everything like that, they're going to be taken care of as well, man. Because the Lord said you give one of His servants a cup to drink, a cup of water to drink, it's like you gave it to him. And that's why Yahweh Shah was looked at down upon and everything, but the men that took care of him and looked out for him, guess what? They got a great reward, man.
Right, when He says you do this to the least,
That's right.
and they give it to Him.
That's right. Because they received it. They received Him. Not only did they receive Him, they received the one that sent Him. And that's why the Lord's about to put us everything, but it's going to start with the elect. We about to get this back. This is the future prophecy.
That's the real restoration.
Right.
To restore.
Yeah.
That's where they get the word restore. If you go in there, restore yourself. The Lord's about to restore us with the real
It's a bad chapter.
That's a real reparation.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's real reparation. Why you niggas now, you talking of going to your enemy for reparation. Mother Harris, what are you going to do for the black civilian?
Listen.
I'm not doing shit.
Right. And guess what? They could have been given reparations. If they were going to give it, they're giving billions of dollars to these things that's happening over in other countries. You don't think they could, if they wanted to, did it here? Come on, they not going to do it.
But Trump talking that shit. Oh, I'm going to give you the black child. Look how many black jobs. What the fuck is a black job?
Right.
That's what I want to know. What's a black job?
A slave.
You know?
A servant.
Yeah.
More servantry.
That's why he's doing that. That's make America great.
Right.
But these niggas can't read it between the lines. Fucking dummies, man.
Verse 13. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you. Two kingdoms. It didn't say everybody. That's a big cut. It says, back to the top of that. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen. What people are cursed more than we are? Come on, man. This ain't rocket science.
And y'all, then they got the people so in derision of Christians. I'm gonna say that about them. People like, yo, how you doing today? Oh, I'm blessed by the blessed.
Yeah.
You really don't know what a blessing is.
Right.
This is a blessing.
Right.
What we get into.
Yeah.
When you get everything back, that's your blessing.
Right.
Right now we're cursed, but yeah, you still. It's a blessing to wake up every morning, smell the air and go out and everything like that. That's why I was trying to tell you. Like, yo, get out.
Right.
Go outside and smell the air, even if it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Feel the wind blowing the sun. Look at the trees. Look at the birds, man. You know, look at everything that the Lord has created. Because all this stuff here that we see in Babylon is going to be destroyed, and we're looking for things to come beyond this place, which He's already creating it right now over there as we speak.
Right.
He's
cleansing the land right now.
Yeah, He's bringing the soil over there to destroy it.
Right.
To get buried back in the ground, and to be the ones to push up the flowers and the new crops that we're gonna plant. Man.
Right.
You know, and that's the reason why He's gathering them all into that land.
Mm-hmm. Valley of Yehoshaphat.
That's right. The Valley of Decision, where He's going to judge you. You know.
Right. It says, and it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong.
See that? It said, then you shall be a blessing. These people, I'm so blessed. No, it's a blessing, and this is a blessing. No, it is. But you're not the ultimate blessing. You're a curse because the whole earth looks down on you. Man. They look at you as a piece of shit. You know? You're so happy to go party and jam and all that. Then go right back into sleep. Then got the nerve to wear on your birthdays king crown.
Right.
What are you in charge of? Where is your kingdom? Or your neighborhood? It's like this nigga Gilly was saying, I'm the king of Philly. That shit cracks me up, man. I'm the king of Philly. So you want to be a king of a place that's going down.
Right.
And yo, it was a video that he did. And yo, this was funny as hell to me. I'm the king of Philly. This is it. But you get a traffic ticket because you parked in a space where you weren't supposed to park at. And he going at the PPA meter reader. You know what I'm saying? And he like, oh, how you gonna give me a ticket? The king of Philly. I got pay. I said, obviously they just told you, you're not the fucking king.
Right.
Get out to the mayor with us. They're not going to. Get out to the president.
Right.
Get out to let a Rothschild from there.
Right.
Park where park wherever the fuck they want.
Right.
And you ain't doing nothing about it because they the ones that's employing you.
Exactly.
Gilly, who the hell is you employing?
Right.
Except for these little niggas out here on the streets. Well, I'm gonna give you $1 million worth of game. Man, that's chump change, man. We're giving you a attorney worth of game, man. The scriptures, man. The spirit of power and the Wow, shit out of copper gas, man. You know, this is crazy. You know? But people fall for that. That's what? You get cursed. Even when he went over there to, I forgot, where was that? But it was him and his girl and somewhere. He's like, oh, I got business I gotta do. I got this, I got that. And his chick was like, oh, y'all ain't doing this to us because we're Americans. He was like, well, listen, the plane that y'all board, you can't board it. But you a fucking king. When they treat kings like that.
Right. Matter of fact, you have your own private jet.
Exactly. Let King Charles. Let King Charles. Trump don't get treated like that.
Right.
No, Trump won't even fucking use the Air Force One. You like, man, look at this. This should say Trump, nigga. That's my shit.
And then when they come by, they got a whole bunch of escorts.
Right.
They shutting the blocks.
Yeah, you know I'm coming.
Right.
Like, yeah, you know, that's like in the ancient time, when the king comes, you got the centurions, you got the band, the marching,
Right.
you know?
Right.
They play the... So you know, oh shit.
Yeah.
If you on tax,
Clear the
your
way.
ass better get
Yeah, clear the way.
They don't do that shit.
Hey, hear ye.
And then they got contracts, man. You know these people. We don't got no contracts.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
king doesn't work for anybody.
Of the Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, through the spirit.
That's it.
I did have something to back you up. This is the book. Backing up what you read.
Okay.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9. It says, I start at 8, the point is at 9. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. That's the difference between what we reap and what these people in the world are reaping.
Right.
You know, they're gonna sow, reap what they sow. You know? It says, and let us not be weary in well-doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You know, going back to the scripture, you gotta keep your hands strong. You know, be not weary in well-doing, because this is the well-doing. This is the real, Paul said, the Hebrews labor therefore to enter into that rest. Like the brother always says, you know, this is not our rest. You know, you work, but it's like having a bag full of holes. You know, there's no resting in this place. No way, shape, or form, you know. You're always going to go through some BS. I mean, look what's happening now. They're about to shut shit down again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now people might, their jobs, they might go homeless.
Right.
Then it's disrupting the housing markets, where people rest their head, right? So to speak. So it's getting worse. So that's why we know what we're doing as well. We're storing up our treasures in heaven. You know, that we know how good news that the Lord, you know, gives us, you know, reaping for reward. You know, everything here is vanity, vexation of the spirit. You know, the king of what? Filthy lucre. You know, we want salvation. We want to join heirs. You know, these are things that we look forward to. You know, joining heirs, just even being able to stand when the Son of Man comes. Because that's a fearful thing. You know, these people, the Lord, I can't wait. Well, woe to them that desire the day of the Lord, because, you know, how they labor for that salvation. You know? And that's, it's like ice skating on thin ice. You know, you don't know when it's going to cut. Your eyes just, it's, you know, they say that in a saying, like, basically, you know, do it with fear. Because it's a healthy sense of fear towards him. You know what I mean? But you know what you can do to him. But these people, they don't fear so. Even the people that know the name, like Sakari, and I mean, waking up, sifting, you know, going back to the farm and sifting, you know. So,
Second Ezra 16 and 20. By the time we're out at 24, then we're going to hop into the project. That's the ending. I was starting this because as a brother was saying, yo, this place is done. They're about to shut it down again. At this time, it's going to go into like that, it's that Red Dawn movie from the 80s. Then you get forward into the 2000s. Damn, that's crazy.
Light on.
Wow.
They only had the light on when they look at the screen.
Nah,
That's
dark.
well, it's
It's dark. So they got their lights on too. They're trying to look for the real light.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, they got this shit. You got it, bro.
This book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Yo, and that's going, if you go up a couple more verses, it's going to plagues. It's going, matter of fact, start at 17.
Woe is me.
There it goes.
Who will deliver me in those days?
Right.
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings,
Right, yeah.
the beginning of famine and great death.
And that's what they talk about now. You got some bird flu, swine flu, all those different salmonella, all that. So that's going to cause them to slaughter the livestock. I'm talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of chickens at a time. So they're not going to be able to reproduce. So what you going to be eating? The food that they tell you they eat. Oh, this is chicken. They ain't showing you now. They're making this stuff in the lab. So why would you trust this shit? I'd rather eat manna, man, than to eat this bullshit. There's certain foods I used to eat. I can't even eat them.
Right.
I'll take a bite, but oh, God, I'm going to throw that shit up. You know? Because it's like, it ain't the same. Man.
All right.
Even when you buy your own food, it ain't the same.
Meat don't even taste the same.
Exactly. So then you know what they're doing. And it's like a lot of people now, they want to be organic. But it's the thing that they said that they had coming from overseas. I think it was maybe China or something like that. That they put that whole situation in there so when you eat it, you'll get it too. You know?
Jeez.
So they hitting you with the yakadal without giving you the something. But they hitting their animals with it. I seen a video when they was pumping fish up. The girl had a thing of fish. They was in like a river or something. And one dude grabbing the fish out, hit on the back. I was just keep hitting. I'm like, hey. So like, yo, man, that's poison, man.
Right.
You know? And that's going to cause the family to. But the Lord said his service over. So that's when you're supposed to trust him. So all this stuff we're telling you, it's a warning. For you to turn to Yahweh. You know? But don't trust in him. Because if you will, it's on you, man. You've been warned, man. Well, you got it, man.
Says the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils.
Right, they're scared to death. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Because they know that their kingdom is falling.
Time is up, baby.
Exactly. They see it, they're like, oh shit. So now it's time for us to put the full court pressure on and take as many of us with them as we can. Because they know that it's over. You got it, bro.
It says, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right, and that's the little sales you got. Everything you need. They got that Venmo and everything. They sell shit super cheap. Your food they got, you know. That's your victuals every day, you know what I'm saying? They got different markets. Like, what's that new market? Something whole. It's like a wholesale market. Grocery something. But yo, all the food in there is about to expire. That's why
It's probably like the grocery outlet, I think is what they call it.
That's
Yeah.
with the orange letters.
Yeah.
No, but it's about to expire in a couple of days. And where they put it at? Right in Jake's neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
So you want to stockpile on that shit? You're just wasting your money.
Right.
Because yo, I'm gonna have this for 3 weeks. Then you go back to get it, it's like, oh, it expired 2 weeks ago.
Right.
For a week ago.
Right.
Now you angry.
Right.
You know?
Hey,
You ready to throw that shit.
Right.
hey, and if there's another lockdown, what's that going to cause? That's going to stop trucks
Right.
from delivery.
Right.
The market's only got with 3 days worth of goods.
Yeah. Storehouses is gonna be
That shit will be a
famished.
couple of hours when
Yeah.
people stop running
Right.
down. It
Right.
ain't even going to last 3 days.
Right.
Yo, like that movie World War Z. We was just watching.
Yeah.
World War Z, man, they ran down on the market. One dude, he ran on the pharmacy. His daughter saw him. The pharmacist came out with the gun. And he had his, and he was like, "What you looking for?" And he saw his daughter, so that kind of made him like fall back. And he told him, and he went in there and he got it right, because he had to be the pharmacist because he went right where it was at. Gave him a nice portion. Then he's like, "Oh, she gonna need this too." He gave it to her.
Yeah.
But at that time, the whole market was haywire.
Wow.
Then his wife started screaming. His other daughter, she got pushed in the shopping cart down the aisle. So he ended up shooting. I think the pharmacist ended up shooting at one dude. Then he shot at somebody else. Then the cop came in. And he threw his hands in the air like. The cop looked at that nigga like, "Man, I'm doing the same thing."
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Yeah, he
I'm a
started
bad
piling up
man.
himself, man. So he piling up, so like, yo, that's about to be reality, man. You know? Like, this thing is about to get super serious. It's already
Right.
this serious.
Right.
Like, yo, this ain't no joke, man.
Right.
You got it, brother.
It says, the whole victual shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
There it goes. That's the point right there, because I'm looking at this land right here. There shall be no man left to
Till it.
So who's tilling this right here? Who's taking care of it?
It's shut down.
You know what I'm saying? Still, when I went over there, I see the tree, and it has a fruit on it, but I don't know what type of fruit it is.
Right.
But ain't nobody taking care of it. And that's going to be on a higher level. Man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's also going to like the stores being shut.
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be no businesses.
Right. No.
Yo,
You know,
Right.
grinding.
Right. Ain't nobody going to work. They got to fight people. Ain't nobody going. Ain't nobody going there to work.
they used to sell food in here too.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. No.
That's why I said no man shall buy or sell.
Right.
You know?
Going right into it. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Don't even got spinning no more. That's the next major prophecy that's coming out. And that's when that was made mandatory. As fast as time is going right now, time is moving fast. I remember like We was at camp last week. That was camp.
Right.
Whoever was saying that this morning, he was like, damn, no, yesterday. He was like, damn, I thought the day was Thursday. I was like, oh, this Friday. He was like, damn, this shit going by fast. I'm like, yeah, those times when the Lord is speeding up things. Alright, so the Lord's willing to edify, not survival. Next week we're going to get right over here, right? The Lord praise, honor, and glory.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakwadash.
Double honor to the apostle, the elder, great millstone, shalom to the elect. So next week we're going to sing the Waffle Baba Bar.
Waffle Baba Bar.
Kwame Asherah.
Come here, shout.
Shalom.
Wow.